presence.
Well, I don't know if he's got more power. I mean, Shawn Michaels is buddy.
I know, but not with, like, nobody has to go and ask Shawn Michaels permission to use certain words or logos. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when Stone Cold wanted to use the skull, he had to go ask Taker's permission.
Oh.
When Jake the Snake wanted to do something, or
he
had to ask Undertaker's permission. So it's like, I think Undertaker has more, like, command, respect,
even though
backstage.
Even though that Triple H is buddy, and he's, like, running the show, basically, for the most part.
But Shawn Michaels doesn't care anymore. Like, I don't think he, like, completely, like, doesn't care about wrestling. He's just done.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he comes back and makes appearances, but that's not his life anymore.
So, you're saying that you would pick The Undertaker over your boy Shawn Michaels?
No, but it doesn't say, like, it doesn't give me parameters for my decision. So I'm saying Shawn Michaels is my favorite. I would pick him as my favorite. If I had to pick, like, most important person, I would probably pick The Undertaker.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's just a really tough call. But
I know,
yes.
but I had to pick, so I picked.
I would say so. Because Undertaker was there the whole time.
And, I mean, if The Undertaker doesn't show up at WrestleMania, it's not WrestleMania.
See, that's the thing. Because if Shawn Michaels isn't there, people aren't like, oh God, what are they going to do? But when the question comes up, is The Undertaker not going to be able to do another streak match?
It's like a life WrestleMania ending question.
What is the draw? I mean, what are they going to fill the void? You know,
exactly.
so I mean,
that was one of the factors in my decision.
That is true. That is one of those questions for the ages.
So that's my decision.
That is a good question.
How much time do we have left?
We have plenty of time.
Plenty of time? Okay. Alright, 9000 Xtreme says, congrats on reaching 1500 subs. I've got 2 questions. Thank you. First, what are your thoughts on TNA's Aces and Eights? I would have to know what Aces and Eights were in order for me to answer that question, so I'm going to pass.
Okay, so Aces and Eights. This is like, you hardly ever hear me say anything about TNA. Is this true? Or so here we go. Okay. So Aces and Eights is, let me explain it to you then, since you don't know.
Because I truly do not know.
So they're like
that was like a card game or something.
They're like this group.
They're like this group.
And they wear a mask. And, yeah.
So they're like Slipknot?
Not those kind of masks.
Because they're a group that wear masks.
Masks? So they wear, like, black masks that don't have...
like robber masks?
Yes. They wear a robber mask.
Okay.
And, yeah, they're, like, going to take over TNA or something.
So they're like the Shield?
Well...
But with robber masks?
Well, actually, the Shield came later.
Because that's our next question. What are your thoughts on the Shield?
Well, we're not there yet, are we?
Led me believe they might be related.
They're not related.
Okay.
Not geologically, and not...
They're not geologically related?
Genetically related.
They're not related by the study of rocks, guys. Okay? They're not.
Okay. So the point is, they've been taking off their mask, and then they're all excited because they're like, oh my God, it's that guy. And it's like some mid-card or nobody from WWE, you know, and it's like, what? And then Devon is like in a high position, and we're like, huh? So this is my thoughts on Aces and Eights. I think maybe when they started, they really thought that he was going to have like a big steal from WWE to take off a mask and be like, oh my God, it's that guy. But that didn't happen, so now they're kind of stuck with what they got. And I completely don't care about it, but that's coming from the guy who barely watches TNA. So there you go.
All right.
I think it's kind of lame.
Second question. What are your thoughts on WWE's The Shield?
I really like The Shield.
I'm in the middle on this.
Well,
Shield.
and I like it so far. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know if they're going to be in the pocket of CM Punk and Paul Heyman, and there's going to be like some giant, dangerous alliance type group. I don't know. But so far, I like it. They come in and they've done matches. they're newer guys who have already main evented a pay-per-view, so obviously they can get it done in the ring. We've been wondering where Dean Ambrose is going to be all this time, and Seth Rollins is good. And even Roman Reigns seems to be alright. So I could see any of these guys being like breakout stars, in the future. And I like the group. I mean, they look like Big Boss Men, but
I think they're pretty good.
I like them.
They're not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not like super marking out every time they come out or anything.
Well, I'm not either because they come out so often, it seems.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're, they come out of the crowd every single time, and I'm just like, but I like it.
Okay. All right. Now we have Bizarre 1000, whose question has been flagged as spam. Dude, who hates you? Because all of your comments and questions get flagged as spam.
You can't hate Bizarre 1000.
I'm just saying, I am unflagging his stuff as spam, like every single video.
Yeah.
So you must have some troll out there that just hates your guts and just flags everything you do as spam.
See, I mean, we got trolls, but we don't have trolls that follow our comments.
I mean, I don't know what's up.
That's crazy.
I mean, every single time.
But we got you, bro.
We helping you out, though, so I had to write out your question. Is Cena's time coming to an end because young guys are coming out?
Your time is up. My time is now. Indeed.
I'm thinking...
His time has kind of been up. But... But...
Who's going to replace him? They ain't got nobody.
Well, if you'd let me finish. His time has been up. But... There hasn't been anybody to replace him.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he should have been...
Yeah, he should have been moving on by now. But they do not have a strong face to replace him.
Nope.
They just don't.
They don't.
So he's still there.
Yep.
I kind of actually feel bad for the dude a little bit. Because, I mean, he's in his late 30s now.
Yeah, and he's been doing this.
Forever.
Like he's been...
And...
He kicked off the Ruthless Aggression thing in 2002, and he was...
No, Sophie.
At WrestleMania beat the Big Show for the United States Championship, which was a big deal, believe it or not.
Really?
And
people cared?
Yeah, people cared about that match. And, he did his whole thing, and he's been, main eventing since, 2004 or 5,
and
right?
you know that it sucks to be the top guy.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you gotta be everywhere. Because not only do you gotta be at, every house show, and every televised show, you gotta be at every event, and every signing, and every Kids Wish thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but...
You're on the Today Show, you're doing interviews.
Every appearance. Dude works, 24 hours a day.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he probably might like somebody else to take a little bit of the work. And then you gotta be perfect all the time, too.
Yep.
You can't be like CM Punk and just haul off and hit somebody in the face because you feel like it.
Or call Lance Armstrong a...
Don't say that word, because I don't like that word.
Yes.
Don't get me started on the Lance Armstrong thing.
Now, we'll probably get to that later.
We gotta cut that dude break.
Will probably ask us about steroids.
They probably will. So we'll talk about that at a later time.
Just saying. I'm just kind of planting a little seed here. If you look through the comments of our 1,500 subscriber question to air video that you asked questions on, and no one has talked about steroids, man, I would love to talk about steroids.
Okay.
Woo!
Alright. So...
What was the question? Oh, yes.
Time coming
yes. It was just... There should be more guys. I mean, you got Ryback, but, he hasn't had enough time for people to actually legit think, yeah, man, he's top of the company. We have heard him talk on the microphone, 10 times, maybe?
And I've not been impressed with his microphone talking skills.
I'm gonna beat you. Feed me more. I think Daniel Bryan could fill that spot. Top guy. He's got the connection with the crowd.
Ugly. He'd have to shave the beard off.
You really do have to be kind of like a pretty boy a little bit, don't
you do.
What about Hogan? Well, I don't know. It's kind of different now being the top face.
That doesn't count, yeah.
It may be a little different. But yeah, they just don't have enough top guys to... If they did, he would have already been gone. He would now be wrestling every, like Triple H. Mm-hmm. He would be in that spot where he would just wrestle one time. But now he has to wrestle when he's hurt and stuff, which is just ridiculous. This is preposterous.
Alright, so moving on. Slade 6 Alpha. He says, congrats on 1,500 subscriber, guys. You are my favorite YouTubers. Thank you. And I like you, Slade 6 Alpha, because you agree with me on a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't agree with me on. Anyways.
Slade 6 Alpha is awesome.
He is awesome. Who do you both feel will be the future of the WWE once guys like Triple H, Undertaker, Orton, and Cena retire, and why?
Like I said, Daniel Bryan, because like he can really get people to believe him. And I was never really always the big Daniel Bryan fan, but he turned to me because he was so freaking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, dude's gonna have to get rid of that scraggly thing hanging on his face.
Yeah, but I mean, he's very personable and stuff. Like, I've seen him in, like, doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. I believe in him.
I believe in Dolph Ziggler.
I do, too. His mic skills are
Dolph Ziggler is pretty.
Like, I think that he's good on the microphone, but he's not very refined. He's kind of a little, like, all over the place in a way. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, CM Punk has a way to speak. Like, he speaks a certain way. Cena speaks a certain way. Dolph Ziggler is highs and lows and slows and fast. And
so you're saying he hasn't found his style?
yeah. And like Macho Man had like a specific way he talked. He did go high and low, but he had a style. Dolph Ziggler's style is like all over the place. Like, he hasn't decided what he wants to do. That's what it seems like to me.
But I think once he decides, he'll be awesome.
Yeah. And I mean...
And I'm telling you, he's pretty enough.
He's pretty enough? He's got that giant and nice jaw?
I don't know about the jaw thing.
I don't know.
I'm just making a point on looks here.
Yeah, and I mean, the younger guys, it's hard to tell sometimes because they're young and you don't know.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes has got something. Damian Sandow's got something.
He does.
But,
that team is good.
yeah. But, I would put my eggs in that basket.
Okay. So we get Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Sandow, and Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
And the only reason I'm not putting anybody newer than that is because I just hadn't really seen enough of them. I can't be like, you know, that guy. And I would have said Zack Ryder, but I think they've given up on the dude and he's gone.
I think so too.
I think he's going to be fired.
I think he's going to become a reality TV show star or something like that.
Poor guy.
I feel sorry for dude.
He stepped on somebody's shoes, apparently.
I know. I feel sorry for dude. But I think that he'll be fine because he's got enough talent to do other stuff.
Yes. He does got talent.
Because he made himself famous in the first place to begin with.
Yep, he did it all on his own.
So I'm just saying, dude will be fine. He'll find something else to do that'll probably be better for him in the end anyways.
Yes.